In today's video, we are going to look at a game of same under 2000 rated players and would try to understand that what uh, they actually miss in understanding of the concepts actually of the position with reference to their higher rated compatriots like international masters, chess masters, FIDE masters, or grandmasters. What is the difference between their thinking? And from this, you would also learn that what are the problems you face actually when you people are thinking. So let's continue with our game. This game was played between Sam Porter versus Peter Lilik. And let's start with our game. C4, E5, now knight C3, knight C6, G3, going for the Fanchito structure of English opening. D6, bishop G2 and F5. And this is the start of the Anglo-Dutch defense. I want you people to give you the concept behind this Dutch type structure against English opening is that in the whole game, black tries to hold this square e4 under control, and white wants to challenge it. White is going to play on the queen side, and black is going to play on this king side of white. In sometimes, black will try to play the move like e4 or no. He would just play the move f4, opening up this side of the board. The reason behind putting this pawn on these squares is this. So we will go out of the opening phase. Here now white wants to challenge by playing the move d4 in this position. And after that white wants to play the move knight ge2. Now black has developed his knight and he wants to push his pawn to e4. And his threat is playing the move bishop to e6. How to counter this? Now black threat is playing the move bishop e6 or is going to play the move e4. How to counter it? And the best way to counter is that you just develop your knight. Now you are threatening to play the move d4. I'm going to show you that what happens if black plays the move bishop e6 over here. You are still going to play the move d4. Why? Isn't this bishop pawn hanging? If you take it, black takes it, then what happens? The problem is that now d5, hitting the knight. And if he takes the knight, you take the knight, you are a pawn down, but after knight e7, now knight c3 again. And you will have got this open file to attack this pawn at the expense of this pawn. And the position is equal. So in the game, after knight ge2, black played the move bishop e7. He wants to castle. So white goes with his plan, d4, hitting the center. Black just castles. And now black is threatening to play the move e4. What is the best way to counter it? He wants to play the move e4, bring his knight to b4, then place his knight over here on d3. This is what his concept is. How to counter his plan? This plan. You play the move a3. Simple. Or if you go for castle, for example, directly, and he now goes for the move e4. Now what? Now he's threatening to play the move d5, solidifying the structure of the pawns. So his threat is playing the move to e5, solidifying this structure. Now you see this square has been weaker by playing the move e4. Utilize it, knight f4. After that, you will go for the move b3. You are going to place your bishop this way. You are open up this diagonal for your bishop. But in the game, he went out for the move a3. Now what? White has, whether he has one move, castle, but he has another move also, that he wants to play the move knight b5, hitting this pawn and hitting this pawn also. So black played the move a6, stopping the knight from coming over here. And now black wants to develop his bishop. There are many ideas in this position. b4. Now gaining space on this queen side. And now white is threatening to play the move d4. I want you people to pause the video and think that how you can counter this move. Black played the move king h8. Just wanted to bring his king out of any type of threads from this diagonal, from a2 to g1 diagonal. And now black is threatening to play the move e4. And he wants to bring his queen over here on the board and attack the white king side when he castles. So as the king is already out of the way, white went out for the castle. Now black plays, white wants to play the move bishop to b2. Queen e8. Now it is the time to bring the queen to the king side for the attack. And also protecting this knight, that white wants to exchange these knights, he can take it with the queen. And next, he is want to develop his bishop over here on d7. This is black's plan. How to counter his plan? Knight d5 was played in the game. Wanted to exchange the knights and getting hold of this file. This is white's plan, because after knight into knight, c into d5, and after knight d8, now white has hold of this file. But this is white's plan. What is black's plan? Now the black's plan is that he wants to play the move knight d7 and f6 and want to bring his knight over here on g4 with his queen attacking your king. This is black's plan. Now what to do? The point is that what to do? How to counter black's plan? The best move in the position was bishop to b2, eyeing this diagonal. And if now knight goes for over here, you just place the move rook c1 and you have a tempo on this pawn. But in the game, white lost the tempo by playing the move d into e5 and lost the advantage, because now after d into e5, bishop b2, and now this bishop can protect this pawn. And after this e4 moves, this bishop is eyeing this pawn over here, this pawn chain. So what is your plan in this position? Pause the video and think that how you are going to counter this plan. There are two moves I'm going to show you for white. One is queen d3. The second one is f4. With which move you are going to go for? Think hard. It is time to think. Because from over here, you are going to make things difficult for your opponent. f4. Now hitting the pawn and asking that I am going to open up this diagonal for you. White goes for his plan, knight d7. He want to come to f6, then to g4. Then he want to bring his queen over here on h5. How to counter this plan? Okay. And now rook c1, eyeing the pawn. Okay. Now e4 by black. Now how to continue? And this is actually a difficult decision, because in the next move, black wants to bring his knight over here on f6, then to g4. Still the plan is there. How you can counter this plan? You have the option of playing the move d4, queen d4. But is it at present okay? Are you sure you want to play this move queen d4 at this spot? The best move in this position for white, sorry, the best move in this position for white was 2. 1 was queen b3. Why queen b3? The point of this queen b3 was that it has a plan in his mind that he wants to play the move knight to d4 and then over here knight to e6. Then this pawn would be protected by the queen. This is one of the plans. And what was the next plan? As why black wants to bring his knight to f6 and then wants to bring his knight over here on g4, you can immediately counter it by playing the move g4 yourself. Because now after f into g4, now knight g3 and c. Queen is hitting this pawn. This bishop is hitting this pawn. If he protects these two pawn of the pawns, now you see that what is happening in the game. Now queen d4. Now you are hitting this pawn in 3 ways. And your whole king side is being protected. But in the game, he went out for the move queen d4 immediately. And that was a mistake. Because now knight f6 holds. From over here, white lost the the stretch of the game. And that's why he lost. Black wants to play his bishop to d7. Then he wants to bring his bishop over here, eyeing this knight, this rook, and this whole diagonal. This is what black's plan is. How to counter this plan? You can still go for this move, g4. Remember that. Sorry. You can still go for this g4 move. g4. F into g4. Now knight g3. And you are hitting this pawn on the center. And then after that, when this pawn is exchanged, you are saying that I am going to push these pawns. and this was the best way to continue, but in the game he went out for the move rook c2. What was the logic of doing this move rook c2? I think he wanted to protect this pawn this way. But there are two pieces in front of it. You can't hit this pawn because this is protected by the bishop. And here black went out with his plan, queen h5. Now he wants to develop his bishop, bring his knight over here, hitting this pawn, hitting this pawn. How to counter the black's plan? Which of your pieces are not developed? You want, if anything happens on this square, you want these two squares to be available for your king. So the best move was rook fc1. Now you are seeing that I can even sacrifice my rook over here. Exchange sacrifice. And this exchange sacrifice would be in white's favor. If, for example, if black just goes for playing the move like bishop to d7 and saying that he wants to bring his bishop over here on b5, you can still put more pressure over here by playing the move like queen d2 and then bringing the bishop over here, challenging this bishop. But in the game, he went out for knight c3. There was no logical concept behind playing this move knight c3 because now it is this bishop is being blocked by his own knight. This rook is being blocked by this own knight. Here, black played the move b6. He want to venture to the bishop over here on b7. And here, white miscalculated and made a blunder, and that was knight into e4. And what I want you people to pause and think that what was the best move in this position for white, as black was threatening to play the move knight to g4. What was the best move? The best move in this position for white was to play the move rook e1, protecting this pawn, bringing this bishop this way. Now this pawn is being protected by the rook. And now this bishop is eyeing this diagonal. And this bishop can come over here also on e2, hitting this queen. This was the best way to continue. But what he did, he went out for the knight into e4. Now, after f into e4, now queen is hitting the pawn on d5. Now white played the move bishop into e4. And after that, he is saying that I'm going to play the move bishop f6, threatening your queen. What is the best way to counter? And here black made a little bit mistake, rook f7. Protecting the pawn on g2. This was his concept. Now he wants to take this bishop with the knight. But what was the best move for black over here in this position? The best move for black in this position was bishop f5, challenging this bishop. After this bishop moves to f3, now how to continue? Queen g6. Now you are threatening this rook on c2. This pawn can't move forward. And this version actually happened in the game also, but in different way because white did not play correctly. After rook f7, the best move is that bishop f3, challenging the queen. Queen moves to g6. Now it is threatening the rook. Now I want you people to again think that your rook is threatened. Are you going to play this move rook, or you are going to play this move pawn to e4? Remember, if you play the move pawn to e4, then bishop can take this pawn because this pawn is pinned to this queen. So what is the best move? You are going to move your rook, or you are going to play the move e4. And in this position, if you have calculated deeply, the best move was playing the move e4. The reason behind is that after bishop into f4 and bishop moves back to g2, threatening the bishop has to move back, and now rook c f2 first. And now white is threatening to play this move e5, pinning these two pieces. This knight can't move because this rook wants to take this rook. But in the game, after queen g6, he played the move rook c1, and that was a mistake. Now bishop f5, and you are unable to play the move e4. And now black is threatening to play the move a5, opening up this diagonal. Now you know the black's threat. How to continue? Rook c4 was played in the game. But what was the best move? This pawn can be a goner. You can develop pressure on this pawn. And how to develop pressure? The point was that, sorry, queen d2. Now you can play the move bishop f4. Sorry, bishop to e4, e5, challenging this bishop over here on d6. Then you can double these rooks over here. And you have time to do this. And this was the way to at least put some resistance. But in the game, he went out for rook c4. Now b5, challenging the rook. Now where to place the rook? Your rook is challenged. Where to place it? You have two squares. One is rook c6. Second one is rook c1, c3, c1. And the third one is rook c6. Where are you going to place your rook? It seems that the rook is better over here on cc1. This was played in the game. But the best way to play was rook c6. Protecting this pawn, bringing this rook over here, putting some pressure on the c file. This bishop can maneuver this way also. Or you can just hold this bishop over here. Does not move over here. Then you can go for a plan like bringing your queen to d2. But in the game, rook cc1 was played, and now h5. And now black is threatening to play the move h4 and challenging this pawn on g3, and the king is on g1. How to counter this threat? How to counter this threat? The best way was to play the move king h1. But in the game, he went out for rook fe1. Now he's stressing to play the move e4, white. Now, knight e4 was played by black. And I want you people, now have to defend this game. And from this game, you will understand that how to defend very resiliently. Now, black has two threats. One, he wants to play the move a5. He wants to play the move bishop to g4, challenging this bishop, opening this file, these two threads. Now it is your move and think that how you can counter these threats. And the best way to counter these threats are: one, to play the move queen d1. Now you're threatening this pawn. You force black to play the move bishop g4. Now after bishop into g4, h into g4. Now you see that why you took this, exchanged your bishops, because you are going to play the move queen c2, pinning this knight. Then you are going to play the move queen d3, and this knight is pinned to the queen. And after h5, the second best move, over here, the second best move in this position was rook e2. Why this rook e2? Because now this rook is coming to g2 and protecting this diagonal. But in the game, bishop into e4 was played, and that was actually a blunder of the game, because after bishop into bishop, now bishop is threatening this pawn. Whenever this queen comes over here, it is controlling this diagonal. And here roundabout white's position is being lost. White played the move king f2. After that, he wants to play the move queen d2, but now rook e8, stressing more pressure on this file, on half open file. The best move in this position was queen to d2. Then rook d1, protecting this pawn. But he played the move queen d1. And that was a mistake, because now queen f5 and this pawn is a goner. Now white is roundabout winning. You have to put the resistance. What is the best way to defend in this position? The point is that you want to bring your king first out of this battery. And the best move was king g1. Then you are going to play the move bishop to d4, solidifying this structure. But in the game, after rook e2, he played the move rook e2. Now bishop into d5. And now he played the move rook d2, threatening the bishop, but bishop goes back. Now you see the threat. Black plans to play the move queen e4. How to counter this threat? Best way is bishop d4, protecting this pawn first, because now rook fe7 by black, still putting more pressure over here, and he's now threatening to play the move h4. Counter it. He wants to play the move h4. What is the best move? It was time actually to exchange the most threatening piece by playing the move queen to c2. Because now if he takes the queen, now rook cc2, and you are protecting this pawn. And at least you can put up a fight. But in the game, he went out for the move bishop c5. And that was another blunder because this bishop was protecting this pawn. But here, black went out for the move queen h3. Now saying I am going to give you the threat. King g1. Now queen g4. Challenging the queen. After queen into queen, h into g4. Now bishop into d6 was played. And that was a mistake. So what is the best move in this position? You are a pawn down. You have a liability, this pawn on e3. Your whole light square diagonals are being weaked. Black has the battery over here, so it was best to keep this bishop. Sorry. To keep this bishop by playing the move bishop d4. And then it was time to play the move rook c3 and overprotect this pawn. But in the game, he played the move bishop into d6 and this ended very fast because now c into d6, rook into d6, rook into e3. And the simple equation is in black's favor because now black is threatening to take the pawn on a3. White played the move rook d7, threatening the bishop. Now bishop f3. And here at white's position is completely collapsed because now after rook a1 protecting the pawn, now rook e2, controlling the whole rank. And the game is over because now rook a7, rook g2 check, king f1, now rook into h2. And it is a mate in 7 moves. I want you people to pause and think and give the mate over here in 7 moves in the comment section. So if you like my video, kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon button. Thank you very much.